Number 4 says admission to a baseball game is $4.50 for general admission and $5 for reserve seats. And if you've never been to a baseball game, apparently I've only been to a few. Apparently there's cheaper seats. I think Alabama has a song about that. You know what the name of it was called? Cheap Seats. Real creative, wasn't it? Anyways, you can see this now. You can see this question as the baseball game, or going to the aquarium, or it doesn't matter where the venue is, right? If you're going to have something that's $4.50 and something else that's $5, they're different prices. Okay. Now they tell you that the receipts were $5,967.50 for 1,285 paid admissions. How many tickets were sold? So you can almost go back to what we've been talking about, right? And kind of think about this. Instead of percentages, instead of two different percentages, you have two different prices. So you have $4.50 for general, and then you've got a $5 reserved. I'm just going to use red, gin. Well, it does give you this, because before it told you wanted 70 liters or it wanted 43 pounds. It told you a total pounds or liters. This time it tells you that it was 1,285 tickets sold. It doesn't say that, does it? It doesn't use the words tickets sold, but it does say that. It says 1,285 paid admissions. That means the same thing. And then you have a total amount of $5,967.50. This is where symbols come in handy here. So I'm going to put money with money here. So all this is given to you. Now I want to come over here, do my let statements. You want to use X and Y again? Could use G and R, but X and Y is the same. So what do you want X to represent? Now when you just say X is 450, I don't know. Because remember, we're going to come down here, we're going to basically, remember all these other ones was X plus Y? And if you say X is 450 and Y is 5, well, 450 plus 5 is 950. And that ain't going to get you nowhere.
General admission seat. That general admission price, right? How is that?
450 is just a price per.
$4.50 each for each ticket at the board.
Okay, you're going to say that X is dealing with the general admission tickets, and Y is dealing with the $5 tickets. Okay, so how do we want to word that? You can't just say X is 450, and you were really close to it, because you're talking. Well, you're really close to it. So what? How you want to try to word that? So after this, I don't know if you've noticed, I've always said let X be the number of liters. And I've said let X be the number of pounds. Okay. So let X be the number of tickets sold at $4.50. So your answer is a number of tickets. If you read the question, it says how many tickets were sold. So it has to be a number of tickets. It just has to be. You all were talking. I know that's what you meant when you said X be 450 and Y be 5. It's just that if it comes up and it says write a let statement, if you just write down X is 450, you wouldn't get full credit. It has to represent something, like a quantity. You know what I mean? So let Y be the number of tickets sold at $5. Okay? That makes sense? So if you do that, you actually have a total number of tickets sold. right? And this is the number of tickets of this type. This is the number of tickets of this type. So what would x plus y have to be? 1285. So here's the thing. If you actually set these up correctly, then the rest of it kind of flows. Kind of. And I've done these a bunch of times, so I know how it's supposed to look. But if a man or a woman had that, they could kind of use a little bit of common sense and get that. If not, I've seen people write x plus y equals 450, x plus y equals 9, because they don't understand what x and y actually represents. And it wouldn't be any good for you to say x plus y equals $5,967, because you can't have the number of tickets plus the number of tickets magically give you money. You know, if they said, well, you know, if I sold 500 tickets for my professional development conference I had in Louisville, well, that doesn't tell you anything about how much I made. You have to know the prices, right? So if 450 goes with X, and then $5 goes with Y, see, now I'm starting to talk about money, right? This is money, and this is money, so it has to equal. Has to equal money. So there's where I get my two equations. The top one has to deal with tickets, the bottom has to deal with money. Okay? And now it's the same way we've been doing. You solve for X or Y, which apparently we like to solve for X, which is fine. And so X would be equal to, which way did you like doing that better with, where Y was just a negative, or you, okay, so you want to say at 1285 minus Y, like that? Okay, because that's what you're doing, you're subtracting Y away. So that's an X value, right? So I'm going to plug that in for X. It's an X value, so I'll plug it in for X. So 4.5 times 1285 minus Y, so that's replaced, plus 5Y equals 5967.5. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't write zeros here. Because $5, 5 and $5, 5 and 0 cents, it's all the same. And I don't put 0.0 in my calculator, so I just leave off my end zeros. So, what are y'all getting for when you distribute your 4.5? What'd you all wind up with? Okay, so that's what I got. Just want to make sure. And, oh, that's really easy to distribute this guy again, right? It's negative 4.5y plus 5y equals the total. So we got to put these dudes together and then subtract that away from both sides. So I'm going to put these together first. That'd be 0.5. So I'll put those together. And then subtract off that 57.82. That's 0.5. Did y'all get 185? Okay. And we divide. Which is just like times them by 2, but either way. 370? Check it out. You said that Y is the number of tickets sold at $5. Y is the number of reserved tickets sold. That's what you said. So if I plug it back in, if I knew that there was 1,285, tickets. So 1285 minus 370. That's 915. X would be 915. Well, that would be the number of general admission tickets. So remember how before you had to write a let statement, write out your equations, solve them, and then write a complete English sentence about. So the complete English sentence would say there were 370 reserved tickets sold and 915 general admission tickets sold. I think we can put that. Once you get these numbers, once you write it out like that, it'd be real easy to write out that complete English statement. Don't be using Latin or French or Spanish. You have to use English. Because we have that. I'm sure there's a problem about that sometime or another.